Once again, I'd like to welcome to Grambling State University and the Berkeley County Assembly Center for tonight's SWAC tournament quarterfinal game between Texas Southern and your Grambling State University Lady Tigers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Postgame, gentlemen will be Captain Jordan in honor of America with the playing of our national anthem by the World Playing Time on today.
For today's contest, first
State University Tigers and the Texas Southern University Tigers. It is the first round of the Southwestern Athletic Conference Tournament. Hi, everybody. Santoria Black along with Donovan Travis for tonight's ball game. This is the first round of the tournament, the quarterfinals. Grambling has played well enough to get one of the top 4 seeds in the tournament, but now they have got to make something happen. And Donovan, the biggest thing that Grambling can do now is set the tempo of the ball game and not allow Texas Southern to get a lot of momentum.
Absolutely. This game is going to feature 2 of the biggest names in SWAC conference play, Shakila Hill as well as Nia Mitchell for Texas Southern. So this game is going to be a very interesting ball game. And you said it yourself, you're going to have to set the tempo early and keep the tempo because Shakila Hill coming in Defensive Player of the Year, SWAC Player of the Year. So definitely all the attention is going to be on her for Texas Southern.
And the starting 5, you mentioned the aforementioned Shakila Hill, who is also the first team all-conference in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Player of the Year as well. She was Defensive Player of the Year, so a lot of honors for Shakila Hill. Justice Coleman is the other starter for Grambling State University, as well as Jasmine Boyd. Justice Coleman, number 23, Malaysia Yancey, and also number 25, Madison Connolly Banks. Head coach for the Grambling Lady Tigers is Freddie Murray, graduated from Jackson State University in 1990. And of course, the Texas Southern University Lady Tigers, they're led by Jonetta Hayes Perry. They will start Nia Mitchell, Catherine Okawagwe, Alasia Reddy, Rochelle Velez, and Makina Ponge. This is starting for the Texas Southern Lady Tigers, and just about ready for action here. And I think that when you look at all of the games in the conference, and we'll go over those in just a little bit, this is one of 2 games here. You've got games going all over the conference. Grambling, one of the fortunate teams to host both men's and women's quarterfinal games here at home. It's not that you don't have that too often.
No, you don't. So definitely got home field advantage, so to speak, as far as having a home crowd behind your back, not just for the men's team or the women's team, but for both teams. So definitely the home crowd will enjoy it.
Absolutely. We'll go over the Southwestern Athletic Conference tournament brackets as they came out. I told you about Shakila Hill, first team all-conference She also was named Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year because of all of her great play that she's had this year for the Grambling, or I should say for the conference tournament. Prairie View is the number 1 seed. They'll take on number 8 Alabama, I should say 2 seed, Alabama number 7 seed. They'll play at 5:30 at Prairie View. Southern is the number 1 seed. They take on number 8 seed Mississippi Valley. And then, of course, Jackson State is the number 3 seed. They'll take on Alabama State, who is the number 6 seed. Interestingly enough, Alabama State and Jackson State University just played less than a week ago. So Alabama State basically just stayed in Jackson, just like Southern and, well, I should say Alcorn just played in Texas. Now they stayed over in Texas to play Prairie View coming up tonight. Opening tip, and Grambling wins it. Chicala Hill now with the basketball. She drives, she goes into the bucket, and gets the first 2 points of the ball game. 2-0 our score. Grambling on top. 9:45 remaining here in the first quarter of play. I talked to Coach Murray right before the ball game, and Donovan, he said this is the first of 3 games in order to get to our destiny, and you got to win this one in order to get to the next one.
First things first, got to win the first one.
Absolutely. Up and in for Texas Southern University, and that was Okawagwe with the bucket. Justice Coleman now to Yancey, and she gets the ball tipped out of her hands, and it was saved by Texas Southern. No, they say it was out of bounds, and it'll be Grambling basketball. Grambling basketball, inbounding the basketball will be Jasmine Boyd to Justice Coleman. Now left side over to Chicala Hill. Hill now to Justice Coleman, trying to give a little fake. Coleman goes up for the shot. It's up, it's no good. And the rebound by Texas Southern University. That's coming away with the basketball was Ready. Now the drive and the shot. It's going to be an offensive foul, and it'll be charged to number 21.
The offensive foul, number 21, Puigwe.
Puigwe gets the foul. That'll be Grambling basketball.
Great job by Madison Conley Banks getting in position and holding her ground and taking one for the team.
Yancey nearly trapped on that sideline and trying to get it over there. And coming down with the basketball, Conley Banks now to Jasmine Boyd. Texas Southern rotating well on defense. Here's a shot up and no good. Yancey skies, goes up, gets the rebound and the bucket. 4-2 now our score. Grambling on top. 8:31 remaining here in this first quarter of play. The winner moves on to play in Birmingham in the semifinals on Friday. Texas Southern with the basketball. Now Velez controlling. Goes up for 3, no good. And they're going to call a pushing foul. Justice Coleman will pick up that foul. That is her first. And that'll be the first team for the Grambling Lady Tigers. 8:11 remaining in the first quarter. Play 4-2 our score. Nice pass on the inside to Mitchell. Mitchell goes in and gets the bucket. Score's tied at 4. And you spoke about Nia Mitchell to start this ball game. She is going to be instrumental for Texas Southern, and trapped on the sideline. It goes out of bounds off of Texas Southern. Back to Grambling. Justice Coleman with the basketball, gets it back out to Chicala Hill. She'll take the baseline, bounce pass to Madison Connolly Banks, and she gets the bucket. 6-4 our score. Grambling .740 remaining here in this first quarter of play. Texas Southern, the 5 seed, up and over. Nice job by Grambling trying to get the ball. Great defense on the inside. Chicala Hill getting it up the floor to Justice Coleman. Coleman turns around, goes up, and she's fouled on the way up.
This is what we talked about before, is Grambling having eyes down the court, being able to have that outlet pass, and Justice Coleman was able to get it, but it was just too far ahead of her. Luckily, she draws the foul, and now she's going to head to the line for 2.
2-shot foul here for Justice Coleman. And
first one is good.
And for this Grambling State University basketball team, and this is the 3rd time that they have played Texas Southern University.
As Marquea Turner checks in for Texas Southern, she's coming in for Rochelle Velez.
First time these two teams played, Grambling won 75-67.
Second free throw is good. 8-4 now is our score.
Second time these two teams played, Grambling won 72-55. So they've won both games this season against Texas Southern University, and they're trying to make it 3. It's awfully hard to beat a team 3 times, though.
Expect Texas Southern to come back with adjustments and ready to get revenge on their mind.
13 seconds left on the shot clock. Texas Southern with the basketball. Draw shot, foul. Going to be a foul on Grambling.
They're going to give it to Shekyla Hill.
First personal.
Her first.
Texas Southern looking inbound, finally gets it into Poingay. Poingay will drive, partially blocked there by Yancey, and she gets her own rebound. Now inside, and it's going to be a foul, it looks like, on Texas Southern, and that foul will be charged to Okawagwe. Okawagwe, first personal, and coming back into the ballgame for Texas Southern will be number 15, Rochelle Velez.
Isis Lane now checks into the game for Texas Southern. Well, she's actually second team All-SWAC.
Isis Lane, of course, been a mainstay in this program as well. Grambling with the basketball now. 16 left on the shot clock. Justice Coleman inside the paint. Up, no good. Got to hit those bunnies. And nice positioning by Jasmine Coleman on Nia Mitchell. Shot up good. Strong shot there by Isis Lane, the junior from Oklahoma City.
See Velez bringing lone person full court pressure to Shekyla Hill. Shekyla Hill working to the inside, able to get a post move and gets the inside shot to fall.
4 points now for Shekyla Hill, 10-6 our score. 6:02 remaining here in the first quarter of play, and Shekyla Hill just doing a great job of just getting her body into the bucket. Texas Southern with the basketball. Cunningham will control. Cunningham looking on the inside now to Nia Mitchell. Mitchell at the three-point line up high. Left side to Velez. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Three-pointer on the way up and no good by Texas Southern. Nia Mitchell with the rebound. Three-pointer now by Rochelle Velez. She takes the three-pointer. It's up. It's no good. And off the hands of Texas Southern. And they say it's Grambling basketball.
A lot of fresh faces now coming in for Grambling. Takara Parsons comes into the game along with Jasmine Forte and Ariel Williams. Conley Banks, Coleman, and Yancey will all have a seat now.
Grambling with the basketball.
Tipped out of there, and it's going to stay with Grambling, though. Nia Mitchell right there on Takara Parsons, being able to swat the ball right out of her hands. 18 seconds left on the shot clock now for Grambling.
Lady Tigers trying to make something happen. Shekyla Hill goes in for the shot, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds off of Texas Southern.
Going to stay with Grambling. Now they have a fresh 30 seconds.
And coming in with the basketball, that is going to be Ariel Williams. And she's had a couple of big games, too, as well.
She's definitely another asset that Grambling can have as they try to make a run in this postseason tournament.
Takara Parsons with the basketball. Shot up and good by Jasmine Boyd.
Nice vision by Shekyla Hill. Soon as she gets the ball, passes it right to the inside, rifles it to the inside, actually, to Jasmine Boyd. She's able to get it in.
Back on January 20th, Jasmine Boyd had 20 points in the ball game. Shekyla Hill had 19, and that's going to get traveled, and it'll be Grambling basketball. 4:42 remaining here in the first quarter of play. We have a media timeout. We'll take this timeout. You're listening to Grambling basketball on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and on GSU TV.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. 12-6 our score. And, you know, we look at some of the replays. If you're watching GSU TV, Chicago Hill going up strong. And then, of course, you come back and you have Yancey who's going up strong. But, you know, Chicago Hill, player of the year in the conference, making things happen. She makes everybody around better. And this one goes out of bounds. Nyla Mitchell trying to steal the ball, and it is Grambling basketball. Grambling has 5 seconds to get the ball across, according to the official. And she gets it to Ariel Mitchell. Mitchell going in, nice little floater, try to get off the backboard, up no good. Rebound by Texas Southern. And the rebound coming down to Brown. Shot up good, nothing but net, and that is Marquia Turner. Native of Canton, Ohio, transfer from Xavier University.
Kara Parsons comes back with a stop and pop of wrong.
14-8 our score now. 4:02 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Strong defense by Grambling. It's going to be Nia Mitchell with the ball. Now she hands it off to Cunningham. Now around to Velez. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Ball was tipped by Forte and then falls into the hands of Ariel Williams. Williams inside. Nice pass to Kara Parsons. She's fouled on the way up.
That's something that's going to go a long way, being able to have vision on the inside and being able to catch Texas Southern slipping and falling asleep on the inside. So if you can, you know, catch them while they're lacking, so to speak, that can help you very much so in the long run.
Kara Parsons at the free throw line now for the Grambling Lady Tigers.
First one does not fall.
Parsons had 6 points in their first meeting at Texas Southern. I should say at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center.
She gets the second one to fall, so she's going to split 2 on that trip. 15-8 now, our score here in the first quarter.
.324 remaining here in the first half of play, first quarter of play. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. And now a three-pointer by Cunningham is up. And, boy, it bounces around. Thought it was going to go down for a minute. Nia Mitchell with the rebound. I'll tell you this is where they miss Joyce Kennerson and her leadership on this basketball club. And they've gone through a lot of different adversity on this basketball team this season for Texas Southern University. And Jonathan Hayes Perry just said everybody's got to play together and can't worry about who's not here. Shot up, no good. Foul coming up. Turner will go to the free throw line for Texas Southern.
Looks like that's going to be on number 1, Jasmine Forte, and it is. That's her first.
4th team foul now for the Lady Tigers. Make that the 3rd team foul. First free throw up and no good. Grambling with the basketball.
Kara Parsons with the pull-up.
Kara Parsons with the bucket.
2:30 left here in the first quarter now.
Nia Mitchell leads the team in scoring. She's averaging almost 14 and a half points a ball game. And right now she has 2 points in the contest. Nice wraparound, but right there, Forte to interrupt that shot. And here comes Grambling. Shakala Hill with the basketball, going around the pick by Forte, goes in and gets the shot. Nice pick by Forte to allow Shakala Hill to come around her. And Grambling up now 19-9 with 2:02 remaining in the first quarter of play.
As soon as that pick was set, she just put on the afterburners and nobody could catch up to her.
Shot up and no good by Turner, and Shakala Hill coming away with the rebound. Nearly loses control and regains out by the midcourt stripe. Shakala Hill step goes up, can't hit the shot, but she is fouled on the way up. And that foul, I believe, is going to go against Cunningham. And that'll be her first personal 2-shot foul now for Shakala Hill. First of 2 games here tonight for the men and the women. Rare doubleheader in the tournament.
First shot rattles in and out for Shakala Hill as Cameron London and Madison Conley Banks both check into the game now for Jasmine Boyd and Jasmine Forte.
19-9 is our score. Second free throw.
No good. A rare missed both free throws Shakala Hill did.
Yeah, she doesn't miss 2 in a row much. Shot up, no good. And London with the basketball. It's on the floor, and see what happens with it. Texas Southern comes away with it. Shot up and good. And that is Poinge with the bucket. Shakala Hill ranks second nationally in steals and steals per game, while first in the SWAC in those categories.
Deep three by Cameron London won't go.
Nope. Texas Southern comes away with it. 19-11 our score. Grambling on top with 56 seconds remaining in the quarter. Nice job there by Cameron London to step right in the path there of Texas Southern. And we have a substitution now coming into the ball game, and that's going to be Isis Lane, the 6'3" junior from Oklahoma City that comes in. (19-11) our score, 50 seconds left in the quarter. That's going to be a travel. Takara Parsons got to watch her feet there.
Yeah, you may not think you're doing it, but to everybody else, it's right there.
(19-11) our score. Santoria Black along with Donovan Travis bringing you today's quarterfinal game on the women's side between Grambling and Texas Southern. The women, of course, whoever wins this game will go on to play in the semifinals on Saturday. On Friday, I should say, rather. Good defense there by Grambling. Shot up and no good. The putback is no good by Nia Mitchell, but she's going to the free throw line with 11 seconds remaining.
You mentioned that Nia Mitchell leads this team with 14.4 points per game. She actually leads the conference in rebounds per game with over 10 a game. She gets the first free throw to fall now.
(19-12) our score. Grambling with the basketball. Shakala Hill with the shot up, no good, but she's going to the line to shoot two. 0.3 of a second remaining in the first quarter of play. Shakala Hill shooting 69% from the free throw line. She's been to the charity strike 238 times coming into today's ball game. It's more than double than the next player, which would be Jasmine Boyd. 238 times you're going to the free throw line is a lot.
Definitely not afraid of contact.
Nope, she's made 165 free throws this season.
And she just made both on that trip right there. So 21-12 now heading into the second quarter.
After one, Grambling on top 21-12. We'll take this timeout here from the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. 21-12, Grambling on top. We'll be right back. Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, the Grambling State University Lady Tigers right now on top of Texas Southern, 21-12, as we get ready to enter into the second quarter of play. Donovan Travis joining me here at courtside, and Jonetta Hayes-Perry sending in her players after some last-minute instruction. And if you look at the first quarter stats so far, Texas Southern 0 for 5 from the three-point line, Grambling 0 for 1. But Grambling has selected their shots a little differently, 8 of 14 from the field. They're outscoring Texas Southern in the paint 12-8. Shot up and good. Kawinge with the bucket for Texas Southern. Here's Justice Coleman with the shot up, no good.
Foul coming up. It's going to be on Nia Mitchell.
First personal. Okolagwe with the foul, actually, and that'll be 2 on her. First free throw up and good by Justice Coleman, up and good. Chicago Hill doing a great job of getting the ball to Justice Coleman and cutting through the paint, drawing that last foul. And now the defense for Grambling showing up. Ball tipped out and nearly goes out of bounds. Cameron London couldn't put her hands on it, but great defense there by Jasmine Boyd to poke the ball out. Oh, wide open down in the paint. That's going to be Okolagwe. And no one was there on her. And it's now 23-16 to score. Grambling on top, 8:46 remaining in this first half of play.
If you're going to be aggressive on defense and you're going to double team and stuff like that, there's going to be somebody open. So you got to be able to rotate to the ball as fast as humanly possible, because you can give up wide open layups like that.
Chicago Hill with the basketball, 8 seconds left on the shot clock, and it's going to be an offensive foul, I believe, on Chicago Hill. Nope.
Justice Coleman for the illegal screen.
Nia Mitchell for Texas Southern University, first team all-conference along with Chicago Hill. Isis Lane is second team all-conference for Texas Southern. Nice pass in the middle, and that is Okolagwe again. 23-18 now the score. Okolagwe with 6 points in the contest. At one point it was 19-9. Texas Southern has outscored Grambling 9-4. Here is Jasmine Boyd, three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball up in the air, goes out of bounds. Nope, Grambling saves it. Really a lot of pressure on Shakala Hill. She goes in, draws a contact foul coming up. And then she just throws the ball up. It hits the top of the backboard and then goes in the bucket. Who does that?
Shakala Hill, apparently.
It doesn't count, but, man, you got to give that some style points there.
When she's feeling it, no doubt.
Shakala Hill going to the free throw line now for the Lady Tigers. Ooh, and she's missing this one here. 2 for 5 now at the free throw line for Shakala Hill. Normally a pretty steady free throw shooter. Sometimes you get the yips in the tournament. And she makes that one. 3 for 6 now, shooting 50% from the charity stripe. Winner of this game goes on to play in the tournament semifinals at noon on Friday. Noon on Friday. Inside, Okolagwe is going to be fouled by Takara Parsons. 24-18 our score, and now Texas Southern can go to the free throw line and try to cut that lead down to 4 points. First free throw is in. One more at the charity stripe. Second free throw up and good. Texas Southern will bring in number 23, Marquia Turner, Marquia Turner in the ball game.
Here comes full court pressure now from Texas Southern.
Takara Parsons nearly getting trapped on that half-court line. Timeout Grambling. And they had to take a timeout there in order for there not to be a turnover. 7:10 remaining here in this first half of play, and it is a 30-second timeout called by the coach. Donovan, when you start looking at this defensively, as Texas Southern has shaved that lead down to just 4 points. Grambling up 19-9 at one point. Texas Southern has outscored Grambling now 11-5. And I think one of the biggest issues that you're seeing here is in transition. Grambling is just getting the ball across the half-court line, stopping their dribble, and it's causing Texas Southern to be able to adjust on defense.
Absolutely, because when you stop, you give them time to adjust because they're bringing full court pressure. So when you stop, gives them a chance to get back on defense and adjust. And even then, they're still getting traps. As you can see, if you're watching GSU TV, Takara Parsons just trapped right there.
Yeah, and luckily they called that timeout when they did, because Takara Parsons actually took that left foot and went back over the half-court line, which would have been a backcourt violation. (24-20) our score. Grambling on top. 7:10 remaining here in this first half of play. The winner of this game goes on to play the winner of the Southern and Mississippi Valley State game, which is also going on. In conference tournament play, you can never say definitely what would happen. If you look at Gardner-Webb on the men's side, when you look at what they were able to do, they went on the road and beat Campbell University in their conference tournament on the men's side, and then turn around and went on the road and beat the number 2 seed in Radford. Gardner-Webb was the 4 seed, first time in 50 years that they have, in the 50 years of basketball, that they have been to the NC2A tournament. Oh, near travel here by Cam London. Texas Southern really putting on the defense. Jasmine Boyd bounced past to Cam London. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound by Takara Parsons. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Grambling. Now, here's a question. That shot that went up didn't hit anything except one of the Texas Southern players. Should that shot clock have been started over?
I don't think so personally, because she never really had possession of it, so it tipped. So in my opinion, that really should be a shot clock violation, but it wasn't. So therefore, Grambling, 26 seconds left on the shot clock, not for them.
24-20 our score. Grambling needs a score here. Texas Southern, before that loss to Southern, had won 5 in a row. Pondla, Valley, Alabama State, A&M, and Alcorn. Shot up and good.
Yancey being able to follow her shot, get the rebound, and go right back up with it.
26-20 our score. 6:18 remaining here in the first half of play. A trip to the semifinals in Birmingham on the line for these two teams. 4 against the 5 seed. Three-pointer on the way by Poingay. Up, no good. And Takara Parsons with the rebound for the Lady Tigers. And now she'll get it out to Shakala Hill. Hill, nice crossover dribble, goes into the paint, and it's stolen away. Here comes Texas Southern. Outlet pass to Turner. Shot goes up, and it's good.
Texas Southern, that whole fast break just had numbers. It was a 3-on-2 situation. They were able to just keep moving the ball until they landed it in the hands of Nia Mitchell, and she went right up for the bucket.
26-22 our score. That's going to be a foul coming up. 3-second violation on Grambling. It goes back to Texas Southern. (26-22). 5:23 remaining here in this first half of play. Turner with the basketball, calling off the offense. Now getting it to Nia Mitchell. Left side to Poingay, and out of bounds back to Grambling. Texas Southern not being able to take care of the basketball here. 26-22 our score. Timeout Texas Southern now. It's going to be a full timeout. Full timeout on the floor. 5:10 remaining here in this first half of play. 26-22 is the score. We'll take this timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. Santoria Black along with Donovan Travis bringing you today's basketball game. And well, there's a lot of pressure being put on Shakala Hill. Poingay, one of the better defenders, also with Velez on Shakala Hill. Cross-court pass to Yancey. Yancey pulls up the shot a little bit off. Forte tried to go up and grab the basketball. No good. Grambling and Texas Southern combined 0 for 9 from the three-point line. Nia Mitchell. Now it gets it to Poingay, or Turner rather. And
blocked out of there.
And Shakala Hill nearly turned the ball over. It goes off the hands of Texas Southern, back to Grambling.
They said initially stay with Grambling, but now
they say Texas Southern.
After conversation, It's going to be Texas Southern ball as Yancey's going to come out now. Ariel Williams checks in for her.
Texas Southern, before that last timeout, had outscored Grambling 10-6, or 10-5 rather.
Reddy also comes into the game for Turner for Texas Southern.
Shot up, no good. Putback is up and no good, too. Well, that ball's just going all over the place. Texas Southern can't get it to drop. 3 opportunities at the bucket. Now, Takara Parsons just says, I'll go ahead and take it across the half-court line. And, boy, they are all over Shakila Hill. She can't even move without the ball. And Takara Parsons hits the bucket.
First, she was looking for somebody, and she said, I'll take it myself. Able to go baseline. Get it off the glass.
28-22 our score. 3:35 remaining here in this first half of play. Velez for 3, good. First three-pointer made of the game by either team. 28-25, now it's down to a 3-point lead. Cross-court pass to Jasmine Boyd. And they're rotating well on defense. Forte cannot hold on to that basketball. Traveling violation on Texas Southern. It goes back to Grambling. And Nia Mitchell felt like that she was fouled on that play. The junior from Bay City, Texas, not too far from Houston, traveled with the basketball, and she's, of course, a transfer from New Mexico Junior College.
Grambling put the ball now working into the corner to Jasmine Boyd. She fills it up.
There you go. Second three-pointer made of the day by either team. And the first one for Grambling, Jasmine Boyd getting that three-pointer, and just too slow on the rotation for Texas Southern. Grambling able to get the shot.
Out of bounds is going to stay with Texas Southern now. Good defense being played right now by Grambling. Velez for 3. She hits it.
Velez can shoot the 3.
Catch and shoot off the inbound.
2:40 remaining in the first half of play. You do not want Velez to get hot. And that was just Takara Parsons. She did not see Velez coming across, and a steal here by Texas Southern. They can tie or take the lead with this bucket. Shot up, no good. Takara Parsons with the rebound. She'll slow things down just a little bit to gain control. Three-pointer up and good by Ariel Williams. 34-28 now the score. 2 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Everybody was looking at Shakila Hill and Jasmine Boyd. They forgot about Ariel Williams in the other corner. Turner with the basketball, and she gets it to Nyla Mitchell. Back to Turner on the right side, out high. Now to Mitchell, top of the key. She'll drive. Loses control. It goes out of bounds off of Grambling, and it'll stay with Texas Southern. Into the TSU lineup. It's going to be number 35, Isis Lane, coming in.
She's going to come in for Okawagwe.
Okawagwe will come out of the ball game. 34-28 our score at Grambling on top. 1:34 remaining until halftime.
Inside stolen by Shakila Hill.
Hill gets the ball up the floor to Ariel Williams. She goes in, easy layup. And the Lady Tigers now on top by the score of 36-28.
Easy transition ball. Nobody back on defense for Texas Southern. Ariel Williams in front of the whole pack and able to just get an easy layup from Shakila Hill.
Velez taking a deep 3 from NBA range.
You said she was a shooter?
She's a shooter. And Velez, man, she shot that from what?
Curry range.
Yeah, Steph Curry range, no question about that. 36-31. Here is Ariel Williams for 3, no good. And the ball tipped. It will go into the hands of Mitchell. She loses control out of bounds, and will go back to Grambling. Boy, Velez stepped about 5 feet outside of the men's line and hit that.
Nobody stepped up on defense. Everybody was laid back, and she shot it, and nothing but net. Kyle Hill into the inside. She gets it to fall. Chicago Hill now has 11 points in this ball game.
Double-double. Foul coming up. It's going to go against Grambling.
That's going to be against Jasmine Forte, it looks like.
Yep.
Going to be
second personal.
Her second personal.
Well, going to the line here for Texas Southern University, Nia Mitchell, their leading scorer. First free throw is up and good.
Now into the ball game, Puenge comes in for Velez for Texas Southern, and also Hannah Henderson now checks into the game for Jasmine Forte.
As good of a player as Nia Mitchell is, she's only shooting 47% from the charity stripe this season. As a team, Texas Southern shooting 57%, and that's in the lower half of the conference.
That's good for 7th in the conference.
Now Jasmine Forte getting a little tutelage on the sideline and why that last foul was called.
8 seconds left here in the half now. Chicago Hill controls the ball.
38-33. Telling her to shoot the ball. Shot is up, no good. And that'll do it for the first half of play. 38-33 the score. Grambling is on top here at halftime. For our GSU TV fans, we will see you coming up right before the second half on redpeachsports.com. We'll take this 2-minute timeout, and we'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports.
Trey that image acting like he with it. We pay him.
Back here. On a break. All right, we're going to go over to Amaya now with our halftime report. Amaya, you take it away.
It is quarterfinals here at Grambling State University, and the Grambling State Tigers are taking on Texas Southern University. Grambling State is currently the 4th in the SWAC, while Texas Southern is the 4th. During the first quarter, the Grambling State Tigers came out with tons of energy and a couple new faces on the courts. They end up leading the first quarter with 21-12, a 9-point lead over the Texas Southern Tigers. During the second quarter, Texas Southern started to tighten up their defense, gaining a few momentum, leading it from 38 to 33 at the end. I'm Amaya Ash here at GSU TV.
All right, thanks a lot, Amaya. The Grambling Tigers, of course, right now on top 38-33 at the half. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. When we come back, second half action, 2-minute timeout. We'll be right back.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
We're testing technology that helps keep you centered in your lane. Boys, knock it off. It's great for long drives or family road trips. Is that a confetti cannon? That's it. Pull over. Big Al, give me the confetti.
Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, getting ready to start the second half of today's first quarterfinal game between Grambling and Texas Southern. Second game will feature Grambling and Arkansas Pine Bluff. Joseph McKnight, of course, leading Arkansas Pine Bluff, thought he was going to be player of the year, but that guy from Texas Southern, man, he is just really making the deal. He was all-conference player of the year, Jeremy Combs. We'll talk about the all-conference teams from on both the men's side coming up in just a little while, but what does Grambling need to do to close things out here in the second half?
Don't let up. Keep all that momentum, keep all that pressure, because Texas Southern has been adjusting. Texas Southern make adjustments this whole game, so you have to make adjustments in return, find what else they are exposing, what else are they lacking in, and you got to expose that and not let up until they make adjustments, because when you make adjustments mid-game, you're giving up something else in return. Yep. So they definitely have to find what is not clicking on the Texas Southern side and run with it.
Just about ready to start the second half. Grambling ball to start the second half of this ball game. Takara Parsons inbounds. Ball on the inside, and Velez gets the ball, not a Nia Mitchell. Mitchell will pull back as Skylar Hill did a great job of defending. Now she'll pull up a shot. Good. Well, Nia Mitchell kind of fooled everybody there. She decided to turn around instead of taking it back to the top of the key. She had a nice little 10-foot jumper. Shakai Hill with the three-pointer, up no good, and she gets the rebound. Foul coming up against Texas Southern. And that's going to be against Velez.
That's her first.
Nice pass on the inside. Jasmine Boyd got it blocked out of there, though. She was right under the basket. And now here comes Texas Southern. Shot up, no good. Ball tipped. And it will be tipped out of bounds off of Grambling, back to Texas Southern.
Texas Southern will have 28 seconds on the shot clock, inbounding now.
Texas Southern also features a former Grambling player as Nia Mitchell loses control of the ball momentarily. Shot up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of Texas Southern, off of Grambling, back to Texas Southern. Brene Andrews, of course, who graduated from Grambling, is now a player on Texas Southern's basketball team. She is a graduate transfer. Went over there after her career at Grambling. Yancey with the ball, and she's fouled. Nice steal. That foul is on number 21, Poingwe. Poingwe gets her second personal, and it's the second team on Texas Southern. Checking the lineup for Grambling: Chicala Hill, Yancey, Boyd, Coleman, Kara Parsons. Three-pointer by Jasmine Boyd, up no good. And getting the rebound is Okolagwe. Nia Mitchell with the basketball. 38-35, still our score, by the way, and we're almost 2 minutes into the third quarter. Near travel and a double dribbling violation. Velez now getting the ball out to Reddy. Reddy top of the key, 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Great defense collapsing there for Grambling, but a foul coming up.
The foul is going to be charged to Yancey, it looks like.
That'll be her first personal, the team's first, and the ball will be taken out of bounds. 30, fresh 30 now for Texas Southern.
And those are the fouls you don't need. You're late into the shot clock. There's no need to even attempt to have a foul right there. And another one's coming up.
Yeah, that foul's on Takara Parsons.
And all she can do is just crack a smile at that one.
That's her first personal. And of course, Texas Southern goes to the line here. And that's Poingwe.
First free throw is no good for Poingwe.
Second free throw up and no good. And Nia Mitchell getting the rebound. Turning around with the shot, up and good. Takara Parsons up, shot no good, and rebound by Yancey. Gets it to Jasmine Boyd. She thought about a three-pointer. Chicala Hill goes up for the shot, no good. Ball is on the floor, and Texas Southern comes away with it. And now Yancey with the steal. Gives it up to Chicala Hill. Boy, the defense is really intense here for Grambling. Nice pass on the inside of Takara Parsons, and one.
Counted, and the foul.
40-37 our score, and now Takara Parsons has a chance to go to the free throw line and try to complete the three-point play. Let's see if she can redeem herself. She's only shooting 51% from the free throw line. See if she can redeem herself this season so far.
That foul's against Okolagwe, and that's her third, so she's going to come out.
Not good if you're Texas Southern. Takara Parsons gets the free throw. Now 41-37 lead. 7:11 remaining here in the third quarter of play. Velez, cross-court pass to Nia Mitchell. Great defense. Kara Parsons doesn't need a foul here. Nia Mitchell goes in and just a nice little spin move towards the bucket. 41-39 now. Grambling on top, 6:48 remaining here in this third quarter of play.
Mitchell now has 13 points for Texas Southern, so expect her to take control for the better part of the rest of this game.
Chicala Hill now to Yancey. Yancey takes a deep two, up no good. And the rebound by Brown. Now Brown has come in for Okawagwe, who has 3 personals. Here's Velez, 3-pointer on the way, no good. She gets her own rebound. Goes back in for the shot, good. (41-41). We have a tie ball game now with 5:58 remaining here in the third quarter. Jasmine Boyd draws a double team. Now to Chicala Hill. Texas Southern really good on the rotation. Shot up, no good. Foul coming up on Texas Southern. That foul is going to go charged to, is it Puenga?
I believe it is against Puenga.
That's her third personal. So where Texas Southern can start getting into trouble is personal fouls. 2 players now with 3.
Eric Williams now comes into the game for Yancey. And Puenga comes out, as you would expect, for Texas Southern.
And Puenga has to go over and talk to Jonetta Hayes-Perry for a minute. She was not happy with her as she came off the court and expressed that a little bit.
You got to be able to show emotion because you got no room to just, let things slide no more, because one miscue and this whole tournament can be over for you.
Texas Southern with the basketball. Turner now controlling top of the key. Pick set by Brown. Velez with the ball. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot is up, no good. And Brown with the rebound, and that's going to be a travel. Turnover here for Texas Southern. 42-41, Grambling on top. 5:15 remaining in the third quarter of play. Great rebound by Texas Southern, but too many steps there after the rebound. Justice Coleman, left elbow, shot good. And for Justice Coleman, she has 6 points now. 44-41, Grambling back to a 3-point lead with 4:52 remaining in this third quarter of play. Nyla Mitchell, defended by Jasmine Boyd. 3-pointer on the way, good. And that's going to be Turner hitting the 3-pointer. She now has 8 points. That was nothing but net on that 3-point bucket.
Can't let Texas Southern get into a rhythm now.
Texas Southern, I should say, Takara Parsons with the shot up no good, and Ariel Williams getting the shot. Turner, the second leading scorer for Texas Southern. She's averaging 11.5 points a ball game here for TSU. You can hear the Grambling crowd shouting defense. Shot up and good. It's going to be Alasia Reddy, the 5'7" junior from Jacksonville, Arkansas, went to Trinity Valley Community College. 46-46 the score. And now Grambling with the basketball. Chicala Hill to the right side out high. Now getting out to Ariel Williams, left side to Jasmine Boyd. Boyd steps just inside the line for a shot up no good, and with the rebound is Brown.
Texas Southern has an opportunity to have their first lead of the ball game right here on this trip now.
Shot up, no good. Foul coming up against Grambling. Tied at 46. Takara Parsons with the rebound. And we have a timeout on the floor with the score. The Grambling Lady Tigers and Texas Southern tied up at 46. We'll take a timeout here. The Grambling Tigers and Texas Southern fighting for the right to go to the semifinals on Friday. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Lady Tigers right now tied with Texas Southern at 46. And now Texas Southern, who has not had the lead in this ball game, will have an opportunity to take the lead with free throws coming up. They've outscored Grambling in the last two quarters, 34-25. 3:08 remaining here in the third quarter play, and here's the first free throw up and no good. And that's Alasia Reddy, and now I think Texas Southern's, what, 6 of 11 now?
Yes,
for the
they
free throw
are.
line. They're out rebounding Grambling 24-18.
Also win the inside game 24-22.
Chicala Hill, 12 points in the ballgame. Nyla Mitchell, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Free throw up and good. Texas Southern with the lead for the first time tonight by 1 point, 47-46. Chicala Hill, cross-court pass to Jasmine Boyd. The rotation on the 2-3 zone by Texas Southern. And there's a foul coming up. Count the bucket by Chicala Hill.
And a little drawing from Chicala Hill at Nia Mitchell. We might expect some fireworks later in the game now.
Well, you have to admit that Nyla Mitchell, Chicala Hill, two fierce competitors. 48-47 now. Grambling on top. Chicala Hill 14 points in the ball game. Free throw is up and good. And so now Grambling back on top, 49-47, 2:47 remaining here in the third quarter. Semifinals on the line for both of these teams. Nyla Mitchell with the shot up, no good. Forte trying to grab the rebound. And gets it out to Chicala Hill. Chicala Hill takes the baseline. Goes in, wrap around layup, good. Oh, she can make some things happen with the basketball.
Yes, she can, especially when she's in that zone. All she can do is just turn it up. Deep three from Velez, no good.
Velez is way outside once again. A little push off there by Reddy, and now she gets it out to Turner. Turner with the basketball, looking on the inside. Steal there by Shakala Hill.
She gets
It's going to be a blocking foul. Charge to Texas Southern. And that'll be against Turner, first personal for her. Is that shooting? Yep, 15 foul of the quarter. Texas Southern getting ready to make 2 changes in the contest. Shakala Hill already has 17 points in the ball game. We'll shoot a couple. First free throw is up and good, 52-47, 129 remaining in the third. Coming into the contest is 21 Poingay. And also into the contest, Cunningham. There you see a picture of the Texas Southern bench. If you're watching GSU TV, that was Janetta Hayes-Perry and her coaching staff there. 2 for 2 at the free throw line on that trip. And now coming into the game, Brown for Texas Southern and Yancey for Grambling. And you can see Isis Lane going out of the ball game, second team all-conference. She's been rather quiet tonight, just not scored yet in this contest. 53-47, Grambling up by 6, 119 remaining here in the third quarter. The winner goes on to Birmingham, the loser goes home. Nice pick set by Brown. Here comes Poingay, and she goes in and gets the bucket. Can't do anything about that. That was a great pick by Brown.
No, you cannot. When a play is perfectly executed, there's not much you can do about it. Barry Williams to the inside, gets it battered away.
And a jump ball possession goes to TSU. 48 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Grambling right now on top, 53-49. Still a long way to go in this ball game. Still got the fourth quarter. There's players fighting for every loose ball, and that's what you want to see at this level, at the tournament.
Absolutely. You got to determine who wants it more.
Texas Southern with the drive shot up no good. Ariel Williams with the rebound, and Ariel Williams really wrestling it away from Brown and getting away from her. And she has the basketball across the midcourt stripe. She's defended by Poingay. Nice job by Jasmine Coleman cutting the paint. It's going to be an offensive foul. That's Justice Coleman's third personal. 5'10" sophomore from Scotlandville. When they say the ball goes out of bounds, it's only 14 fouls. Is there a timeout?
I think they're going to review.
I'm trying to figure out if it's a review or a timeout here. Whatever it is, it's just a 30-second timeout. It is a review. So a 30-second timeout, it looks like, while the officials review here. 53-49, of course, men's basketball game coming up after ours. The men will take on Arkansas Pine Bluff. And this is one great thing about when you're hosting a tournament game and you're playing a couple of different teams here. You see fans from two different fan bases. We see some Pine Bluff fans who are in the stands here on a Tuesday night. See some Texas Southern fans. You know, and it's hard to travel on a Tuesday night. You want to support your team and all of that, but think about a 5-hour trip for the Texas Southern fans. Not as far for Arkansas Pine Bluff, about 2.5 hours and maybe some change. But it's great to see these teams. You know, bad news is that somebody loses. You're not going to see them in Birmingham. You only have 8 teams over there, 4 on the men's side, 4 on the women's side. And the odd thing about all of that is you could possibly see no Alabama teams in Birmingham for the semifinals. Alabama State playing Jackson State on both sides, and then Alabama A&M playing Prairie View. So You may not see any Alabama teams over there.
If any Alabama team makes it, there's definitely going to be a huge fan base in Birmingham for either Alabama team.
And, of course, Alabama A&M not eligible for the tournament this year, so that was one team that you count out. But Huntsville, about 90 miles from campus, and so you got the women who could possibly get in. And there you see, if you're watching GSU TV, Justice Coleman with the foul, and now they're calling both coaches over to talk about something here, and I'm not sure what it is. Not sure what the explanation is or what's going on.
Either way, it would be Texas Southern's ball.
Yep.
With 18 seconds left here going in the third quarter.
(53-49) is the score. This game long from being over. Nine seconds remaining. Nice little steal by Forte. Ball is on the ground. Shot up, no good. Forte gets the rebound. We played 3 with the score. The Grambling Lady Tigers on top 53-49.
Well, wait a minute.
We could have a foul here.
They did blow the whistle.
Who's the foul on here?
I think they're saying Jasmine Forte?
There's no way that could have been on Forte. Well, we're going to take a timeout while they figure it out. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. 1 minute, we'll be right back.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
This next technology can help brake for you as you reverse, so let's slowly back up. Wow, that was great. I didn't think you could actually drive.
The highest rated officiate conference games, conference tournament games. So what you're seeing here is the top 4 officiating crews on women's basketball coaching across the conference tonight. And then, of course, you'll see the top 4 on the men's side coaching. And all of these officials I've seen here before at some point in time. A couple of these officials I've seen for a number of years, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, LaShondra Kidd, one of the officials, I think I've seen her in probably the past 10, 15 years.
So they put 0.9 seconds back on the shot clock, and they believe that foul was on Jasmine Forte.
And she gets a third personal. And that first free throw is up and no good. And what do they say?
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. One more free throw here, 0.9 seconds, and that'll be it for the third quarter. We'll take another timeout here as well. That free throw is up and no good into the third quarter. And we'll take a timeout here. 53-49 into the third quarter. Those free throws didn't even matter at the end of what it was said and done. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV. Conference tournament on the women's side, Alabama A&M right now up 38-37 on Prairie View.
Oh, man.
With 3:46 remaining in the third quarter. Now, Prairie View also has a doubleheader tonight. On the men's side, they'll play Alcorn State University coming up at 7:30. But right now, women's action going on right now, 38-37. They're on top of Prairie View. So if the 7th seed wins on this one, man, that could be a huge shakeup in this conference tournament.
Live for those upsets and those shockers.
Man, that could be huge. Still a long ways to go in that game as well. Just starting the fourth quarter here. Grambling Lady Tigers right now on top of Texas Southern by the score of 53-49. Chicago Hill with the basketball. Now she drives the paint. Cross-court pass over the head of
everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Ariel Williams was the nearest, but she had to be about 6 inches taller in order to get that one. West Coast tournament on the women's side. The number 1 seed goes down. BYU beating Gonzaga 82-68. That was in the West Coast tournament final. Texas Southern trying to make some headway. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Three-pointer on the way, up, no good. Rebound by Nyla Mitchell. She goes in and gets the bucket. You can't let her get into the paint.
She now has a double-double.
13 points, 10 rebounds now for Nyla Mitchell to go along with 4 assists and 2 steals. Leading the way for the Grambling Lady Tigers. Chicago Hill with 19 points and 6 assists in the ball game. Takara Parsons, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Chicago Hill with the basketball. Dribbling inside pressure. Now gets it to Jasmine Boyd, who will shoot a 3. Up good! As the shot clock expires.
Able to find her, able to get it off just in time. Now it's a 5-point lead for Grambling.
Driving the paint for Texas Southern is Hoingay. She gets up and she gets the shot. Southern and Mississippi Valley, by the way, will play at 7 p.m. tonight in Baton Rouge. Jasmine Boyd looking, goes up for the shot, no good, gets it on rebound, goes up, she's fouled, no call. Connolly Banks for the shot, up and good. 58-53 now, Grambling back up by 5, 7.5 remaining here in this third quarter of play. Controlling the basketball, Nia Mitchell. She drives, she shoots. Nice defense by Grambling. Goes out of bounds off of Justice Coleman and back to Texas Southern. Going to keep you updated on all the scores. Right now, Jackson State leading Alabama State at halftime, 37-26. That's a 3 seed against the 6 seed. A&M has just taken a 44-41 lead over Prairie View. 1:02 left in the third. And a steal by Shakala Hill. Picks Nyla Mitchell right from the pocket. She goes in for the shot, no good. And she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That's what you need. You need that kind of aggressive defense.
Absolutely, and she took that aggression and went straight to the hole, going back and forth, turning the defender around, able to draw the foul. That foul is going to be against Olivia Cunningham. That's going to be...
That's 4?
Her second.
Cunningham with her second. Boingay with 3. Okalagwe with 3.
And another miss at the free throw line for Skylar Hill.
Uncharacteristic.
7 of 11 now.
Turner into the ball game, Velez in the ball game, and Reddy in the ball game for Texas Southern. One more free throw opportunity here for Shakala Hill. Trying to at least make 1 out of 2 here, and she does. Kara Parsons comes into the ball game, and she'll take out Madison Connolly Banks. Now controlling the basketball for Texas Southern will be Alasia Reddy. (59-53), Grambling up by 6 rather. And almost a steal there by Ariel Williams. Turner with the basketball, Turner with the shot, and Turner with the bucket. 6:43 remaining in the ball game. 59-55, Grambling on top of Texas Southern. Winner goes on to play the semifinals on this weekend, on Friday, and an open miss there by Takara Parsons. Nyla Mitchell goes up for the shot, no good. Takara Parsons with the rebound. Shakala Hill with the basketball. Hill moving. Now to Ariel Williams, a three-pointer on the way up, no good. Near steal by Shakala Hill. And Okwulagwe with the rebound. Nice steal by Takara Parsons, and a foul coming up against Texas Southern. And Justice Coleman comes up limping just a little bit. 5:57 remaining in the game. 59-55, Grambling on top. Ariel Williams, Jasmine Boyd, Justice Coleman, Shakala Hill, and Takara Parsons in the game for Grambling. Velez, Turner, Reddy, Okwulagwe, and Nia Mitchell in the game for Texas Southern. Nice fake there by Ariel Williams, blocking foul on Okwulagwe, and that'll be 4 on her. 5:41 remaining in the ball game. Brown will come in for Texas Southern. And also in for Texas Southern will be Poingwe. Timeout by Grambling. And we have a timeout on the floor, and it will be a full timeout. Charged by Grambling, so we'll take a timeout here. Grambling on top, 59-55. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Grambling basketball on
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, the Grambling State University Lady Tigers on top 59-55 over Texas Southern University. Taking a look at the numbers, Texas Southern's made more shots, but Grambling's made more free throws.
Free throws help win games.
Inside pass to Justice Coleman. Coleman takes the baseline. Browns picks up the foul. And for Brown, that'll be her first personal.
This is going to be a third.
Brown? Yeah, you're right. Third personal. Ariel Williams with the basketball. 2-3 zone set up by Texas Southern. Shakala Hill looking on the inside, trying to find someone open. Ariel Williams there. Now she'll go on the other side of the offense to the right. Now back to Shakala Hill, top of the key. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Ariel Williams to the right, Jasmine Boyd to the left. Ariel Williams will take the three. Up, no good. Rebound by Texas Southern. And coming away with it is Alasia Reddy. And the ball is taken away by Jasmine Boyd, and a foul coming up on Texas Southern. Jasmine Boyd will shoot. We have a timeout on the floor. The Grambling Tigers on top 59-55. Grambling Tigers, this is a media timeout. Media timeout. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and on GSU TV.
This next technology can help brake for you as you reverse, so let's slowly back up. Wow, that was great. I didn't think you could actually drive. We're testing technology that helps keep you centered in your lane. Boys, knock it off. It's great for long drives or family road trips. Is that a confetti cannon? That's it. Pull over. Big Al, give me the confetti.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Lady Tigers 59, Texas Southern 55. And now Jasmine Boyd will go to the free throw line. She is the team's best shooter at the charity stripe, shooting 75% on the season. She shot the second most free throws on the team this year, 93, and made 70. She's also had the most three-pointers on the team this year, 52 made three-pointers on 166 attempts. First free throw is up and good. There's only one player on the lineup that has started and played in all 30 games this year. You want to take a shot at that?
Give it to me.
Shakala Hill.
Of course.
She started and played in all 30 games this year. Justice Coleman, Takara Parsons, Jasmine Boyd, and Madison Connolly Banks have played in all 30 games, but she's the only one that started in all 30 games. That's going to be a foul coming up on Ariel Williams, and she's a little frustrated. That's her first personal. And I believe that's the team's first team foul of the half, or of the fourth quarter. So the ball will be out of bounds. Shakala Hill with 20 points. Takara Parsons with 10. Jasmine Boyd with 10. Texas Southern making a substitution in the ball game, setting up their out-of-bounds play. Nice defense there by Justice Coleman. Velez gets the ball out to Cunningham. And thrown out of bounds. It goes back to Grambling. (61-55), Grambling on top. And coming into the ball game now for Texas Southern will be Alasia Reddy. (61-55), 4:32 remaining here in the ball game. Winner goes on to play at 12:30 Saturday or Friday afternoon in the semifinals. Jasmine Boyd cross-court pass to Ariel Williams to Shakala Hill. Nice pass inside to Kara Parsons. She goes up for the shot, no good. Ball tipped around, finally comes down, and Texas Southern comes away with it. That's Reddy. Reddy goes in for the shot, up no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. Shakala Hill just basically smacked the ball out of bounds, and it went right into the breadbasket of Jasmine Boyd, much to her surprise.
Jasmine Boyd tried to get back in bounds just in time, but
couldn't do it. Turner into the ball game now for Texas Southern. Getting the ball on the inbound pass, Cunningham, and here comes Grambling. Jasmine Boyd out to Takara Parsons. Oh, she loses control of the basketball. And now out to Jasmine Boyd. Wise decision not to turn the ball over. And Takara Parsons just couldn't handle it, but able to save the basketball and the possession. 15 up on the shot clock. Now inside to Parsons, she goes in and gets the bucket. Well, she stays at it. Nice assist there by Shakila Hill. 63-55, 3.5 remaining here in the ball game.
Parsons able to get her two either way.
Cunningham with the basketball, Turner I should say with the basketball for Texas Southern. It's going to be an offensive foul charge to Texas Southern. And if that's on Okalagwe, that will be 5 on her.
While there's a break in action, I just got some breaking news out of the NFL. Odell Beckham Jr. to the Browns.
Shut up.
Odell Beckham Jr. has been traded to the Cleveland Browns. The details, the Giants will get Jabril Peppers, a 2019 first-round pick, which will be their 7th overall, and then also the Browns' second, third-round selection as well.
Wow.
That is a blockbuster trade.
That's huge, and I'm sure you'll talk about that tomorrow on My Own in the Morning.
I definitely will.
Get you up to date on the SWAC scoreboard here in just a second. Prairie View has taken the lead in that game, 59-50 over A&M, 5:17 remaining in the fourth. Shot up and good.
Shakila Hill forcing it to the inside, rifling it to Takara Parsons once again.
She's got 12. She's got 14 now. Timeout Texas Southern. 2:49 remaining in the ball game, and you can start hearing the Grambling faithful really get into it. 30-second timeout here, and Jonetta Hayes-Perry really just kind of letting her team have it because they've got the Grambling's really got all the momentum right now. And when you look over at that Texas Southern bench, they haven't given up, but you can just tell right now they just kind of look shell-shocked.
Absolutely. And you talk about playing from behind. When you're playing from behind, you have to work extra hard to try and make up ground. So you tire yourself out more, and so you don't have room to, try and get comfortable because you're always playing from behind. So you always have to shoot up and just continue, try and get back in the game. And another thing that I've actually noticed right now, I don't think Nia Mitchell for Texas Southern has sat on the bench 1 second.
I don't think she has either. 2:49 remaining in the ball game. 65-55 is the score. Coming up after the game, we'll have our post-game show on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV. We'll talk with the head coach of Grambling State University, Coach Freddie Murray. Still a long way to go in this ball game. Nia Mitchell with the basketball. They double-team her. Mitchell nearly loses the basketball. Now she gets it out to Reddy. Reddy top of the key, and that's going to be Puenge. Inside shot, Puenge up and good. 65-55. Okalagwe has checked out on Velez, stole the ball, shot the three-pointer up, no good. And here's the question, did they really need the three-pointer way out there?
No, but it was Velez, and she's pretty much been the only three-point maker for this team this game, so she was the one that had to shoot it.
Yeah, 4-13 from the three-point line, and she's got 3 of them. Jasmine Boyd a 3, no good. Nia Mitchell with the rebound, 2:12 remaining, 65-57. Open miss by Nia Mitchell. And Velez right there to get the rebound and the putback. And now Texas Southern will start going full court. Here's Shakila Hill.
Less than 2 minutes now.
And a foul coming up on Texas Southern on Isis Lane. And boy, she's been quiet tonight. Isis Lane, no points Second team all-conference, Isis Lane. She's been with this program for 2 years already. This is her third year as a junior. She is scoreless right now. And she's been one of the big-time players on this basketball team, and to see her not score really is a little bit strange. Free throw up and good.
I'm very surprised that we haven't been calling her name a lot today. So you have to wonder, like, is there a reason that they're actually behind? Is there some people, certain players that aren't stepping up or getting the shots that they're looking for?
She was only averaging about 4.5, 5 points a ball game and 4 rebounds a contest, but
she hasn't even been getting rebounds.
No, and she's played in all 29 games this season. 10-second violation on Texas Southern. It goes back to Grambling with 1:44 left. 66-59.
Ariel Williams and Skylar Hill ready right there at half court waiting on Nia Mitchell, and Nia Mitchell just took her slow and steady time getting up, and she forgot 10 seconds.
Poingay, and it's going to be a foul on Poingay. That'll be 4 on her.
That might be her 5th.
I think you might be right. That might be 5 on her. That's 5 on Poingay, and that means she's out of the ball game. And now Okalagwe and Poingay, both starters on this team for Texas Southern, have both fouled out with 1:37 remaining in the game. 66-59, still only a 7-point lead. Shakyla Hill can make something happen here.
And she misses the first one.
And here's the thing for some of these players. Breasia McCalrath, she's been with the program for 4 years. Poingay, Okalagwe, all seniors. Brown, senior. So Janetta Pace-Harry is losing a lot, but Nia Mitchell will be coming back along with Reddy and Velez.
Ball on the floor. Jasmine Boyd covers it.
Going to be a foul on Grambling.
No, it's actually going to be against Texas Southern.
It's going to be on Texas Southern.
It's going to be against Turner.
And for Turner, that is foul number 2. 67-59, 90 seconds away from Grambling going to the semifinals on Friday. They'll get the winner of the Southern and Valley game if they can hold on. Jasmine Boyd again, 76% from the free throw line. She makes the first one. Prairie View putting a little bit of distance between them and Alabama A&M as the Lady Bulldogs have given Prairie View all they can handle, 63-54, 2:11 remaining in the fourth quarter there. Alabama State has closed the gap on Jackson State, 42-33 there in the third. That's going to be a foul on Takara Parsons. Third personal. If you're Takara Parsons, you let that one go. 69-59, Grambling. They call that a carry, or are they going to call it a foul?
It was a foul. The crowd wanted a carry, though.
Okay.
Yep, right there is where they wanted to carry.
We'll keep an eye on all the games as they progress throughout the night. Only one game that has not started yet. Well, one game that's underway right now, Southern and Valley. Missed shot, and Shakyla Hill with the basketball. Long pass down to Justice Coleman. Coleman will bring it back out. 1:08 remaining in the ball game. And as long as Coleman is not defended, he's going to stay out there. 57 seconds. And it looks like Texas Southern season may be over with. And Justice Coleman putting the icing on the cake. 12-point lead for the Grambling Lady Tigers. They will be on their way to the semifinals coming up this Friday at 12 noon, taking on either Southern or Valley. Shot up, no good for Texas Southern. And Nia Mitchell getting the rebound and the putback. 71-61, 10-point lead, 38 seconds remaining. And they call a timeout here.
Actually, the clock wasn't starting as Jasmine Boyd was dribbling.
10-point deficit here for Texas Southern. And you can look over at the Texas Southern bench right now, and you can tell that season is just about over for them. And the seniors on the basketball team, Okalagwe, Poenge, McAlrath, Brown. Takara Parsons will inbound. Coach Freddie Murray. Maybe going back to the semifinals. Here's Justice Coleman getting it to Parsons. Now to Shakala Hill. 29 seconds left in the game, and here comes Boyd with the basketball. She gets it into the middle of the floor to Ariel Williams. And that will just about do it. 18 seconds left here in the contest. Playing tough defense on Shakala Hill. Justice Coleman going in. It's going to be a blocking foul on Velez with 9.9 remaining. And the Grambling Lady Tigers returning back to the semifinals of the SWAC tournament this Friday afternoon. A 12 noon tip-off against either Southern or Mississippi Valley. Season continues for the Lady Tigers. And for Texas Southern, they take the 5-hour bus ride back to Houston tonight. Wondering what if, and one more time, all of the seniors of this team, Takara Parsons, Jasmine Boyd, and Shakala Hill come off the floor here at the Assembly Center one last time in front of the Grambling faithful. What a career for Shakala Hill, the senior from Little Rock, Arkansas. She has rewritten the book in Grambling Lady Tiger basketball history. 72-61, three-pointer all the way by Turner, up no good. Yancey with the rebound, and that will do it. Grambling has moved on. Texas Southern has been eliminated. 72-61, the final score. The Lady Tigers will move on to play at noon Friday against the winner of Southern and Mississippi Valley. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have head coach Freddie Murray from the Lady Tigers. We'll be right back.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of
Last
Grambling State
Thursday,
University.
senior guard Shakala Hill scored 14 points against Alabama State to reach the 2,000-point mark for her career.
Shakala Hill being honored right now.
She accompanied the feat in just 128 games. Coming into tonight's game, she ranks 4th on the GSU
to her at midcourt with her head coach, Freddie Murray.
Presenting her with the commemorative ball is GSU Director of Athletics, Dr.
Dr. David Rusty Ponton out on the floor as well, as she is being presented the 2,000 points basketball, and we'll get with head coach Freddie Murray here in just a minute. She's being celebrated there with her teammates and her coaches, and while we have this opportunity, we'll take a final 2-minute timeout, and we will talk with head coach Freddie Murray here in, actually we're going to keep it right here, as Coach Murray will be over here momentarily. We'll take a look at the final stats here momentarily. And Coach Murray should be on the way over here in just a second. And Coach Freddie Murray will be joining us here at courtside here in just a second. And Coach Freddie Murray joining us here after the big victory over Texas Southern University. And Coach, it took a complete team effort today. Texas Southern wasn't going away and able to get a big win here at home.
Exactly. We didn't expect them to. You know, the funny thing about the last 3 years, we've actually played each other 3 times in each one of those years. So it always came down to hard-fought battles between both schools. And my hat goes off to Coach. You know, like I said, our ladies wanted it. It's a different season right now. We always talk about the non-conference season, the regular season, and then the playoff season. And now, you know, we're playing some good playoff basketball right now.
Shakala Hill, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists in the ball game. She had a double-double. Takara Parsons, 14 points, 6 assists in the ball game, and Jasmine Boyd with 12 points. And what do you say about Shakala Hill?
Hey, Shakala Hill, hey, she does it all for us. She does it all. The names you just mentioned were seniors.
Yeah.
They're players that have been here, they've battle tested, they've been in this position 4 straight years, so nothing is too big for them. I don't care who we play in the country. Those 3 young ladies are going to go hard at you night in and night out. And like I said, I'm going to ride them until I can't ride them no more.
Shakala Hill, 2,000 career points. Coach Freddie Murray.
Thank you, sir.
Coach, you got to go to Birmingham.
Yes, sir. See you in the Ham.
All right, back to Birmingham, and we'll see. The Lady Tigers win at 72-61 for our Grambling Sports Radio Network, and our TV crew will be back in about 25 minutes for the men's basketball game, quarterfinal action between the Lady Tigers and, of course, Arkansas Pine Bluff. We'll take this timeout, and we'll see you coming up in 25 minutes here on GSU TV and the Grambling Sports Radio Network. GSU Radio on the Peach 99.3 in 25 minutes.